Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Batman Legends of the Dark Knight issue 5. This is the final installment of the Shaman storyline, written by Dennis O'Neil, pencils by Edward Hannigan, inks by John Beatty, letters by John Costanza, colors by Richmond Lewis. Assistant editor was Kevin Dooley with editor Andrew Helfer. So while the Vulture Killer waits for Batman, Batman quickly figures out what's going on and ends up in a fight with him. Thankfully, he's still wearing the disguise from last issue, so when the knife comes at him, he manages to avoid too much in the way of injury. Unfortunately, the guy gets away, and Batman and Alfred have a good exchange while Batman goes hunting for the actual shaman. Now, it turns out the shaman is somebody that Batman knows, and he managed to piece it together thanks to the information Alfred gave him, and it explains why he was able to figure that out and how he's able to stop him. Some of which was set up last issue with more trickery than anything else that Batman uses to his advantage. Batman also has to track down the man who stole the mask, but sometimes you can't save everything. And while he returns the artifacts, the woman at the village has some kind of harsh words for Bruce, but in the end, things get resolved and Batman is better off for it. Overall, I would have to say this was a really fun issue. It's a good conclusion to the story. This would have made a good TV miniseries. It's an interesting Batman story from early on in his career, and that's what a lot of the early stories from this series were. And I think that works out pretty well. So a very good story with really solid art and an interesting cover. And the covers, like I said previously, all interconnect. I was not disappointed at all in the storyline. It actually came together really well with some good cliffhangers and a lot of really good action. So a solid story that probably should be reprinted if DC ever figures out what made them popular in the first place. So I highly recommend checking these out if you're looking for a good Batman story and one that doesn't have so much nonsensical, boring crap in it like a lot of the modern stuff does. Fun stuff, highly recommended. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.